Philly Sports, Love and Pain. I'm Dave. That's Ken.
Oh, we are live. I was not ready. You said, "Are you ready?" I said yes, and I didn't even see the countdown. Now I'm all fucked up.
We are out the gate.
NFC Championship game.
Well, you know,
Might I say, most NFC championships since the start of 2000. Unfortunately, that's one Super Bowl.
I was going to say, you mean like appearances?
Yes.
Hey, listen, I'll take it. And you know what? I told you. I told you.
You did.
I said that. I said it, man. The Giants were nowhere near this team.
I mean, you got to be cautious.
And after that week that they had before that, they were like destroyed. Like I said, Daniel Jones was like a crash test dummy running into the line. He had 17 carries in that game before the Eagles game. They were banged up. And they're not as good as the Eagles. So like 1-2 punch. 14-point win. I called that shit. But listen, man. Chris Sims doesn't see it that way.
Oh my god, I'm so sick of these media pundits, and this new guy. He's on my radar.
Wright. Nick Wright's another one.
Craig Canton, is that his name?
I don't even know who that is.
He's the one that put Brock Purdy in front of Jalen Hurts on the top 4 remaining quarterbacks.
Come the fuck on. My God.
You can't do that, right? Like, it doesn't matter if you hate the Eagles so much.
Why do people do this? They just end up looking stupid.
I know. And then if the Eagles, and it's so funny to me, people were like, well, the Eagles didn't play anyone. They're 7-1 against teams over 500. The Colts almost beat them. Whoop-de-fucking-do. What else do you have?
Yeah, what the fuck is almost?
and you know, we don't like. I don't really like Emmanuel Ancho. I think he's kind of a tool.
But he had a nice little cut.
Yeah, I mean it's true. He's like the Titans thought they were good. Eagles mollywopped them. Pittsburgh, blah 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 blah. You know, and all this shit, and it's so true. It's like, yeah, they are who we thought they were. They really are. Like, the reason they looked like shit against the Colts is because they killed themselves. The Commanders game, they killed themselves, and the Commanders had a pretty nice game plan, like as far as holding on to the ball. Who else did they lose to? The Saints. That's because Gardner Minshew stinks. Who else? The Cowboys.
The Cowboys. That was Minshew. That was another Minshew game.
It blow me. If Hurts is in that game with the final drive.
Also, they didn't have Maddox or CJ.
Yeah, no, I'm not. Well, it doesn't matter because the Cowboys again can't make it past. I'm
just saying, all the Cowboys fans on Twitter fucking chirping on that 40 points that scored on the Eagles. It's like, listen, dude, you scored it against like backup dudes. Like, get the fuck out of here. Who cares? And by the way, you're out again.
Shocker.
Just saying, you're out again.
The most, and what's his name said it best today. Kyle Brandt from Good Morning Football. Like, this is what the Cowboys are. They're consistent. They're accurate. This is who they are. This is a team that gets eliminated the first or second weekend, time after time and again. So, like, Dak's like, it's not our standard. Well, it quite literally is your standard for the last 28 years.
Well, Cowboys are fraud. You can't say it's not your standard and then, like, rinse and repeat every
when
year.
It's the only thing you fucking do. It's actually insane. And, the more and more I play myself in my brain, because this is like natural, like, defense mechanism. Like, I'm not going into this game with high hopes just because, if I lay the negativity, I can be like, I knew it. Where are the Niners better than the Eagles? See,
okay, this is great segue, Kenny. It's almost like we talked, even though we didn't.
No.
I like that we don't have a plan.
No, the podcast sucked when we did that last year. In the beginning, we were like,
I know. It's like, all right, let's go to this next thing. It's like fucking awkward.
Just fucking speak.
But where you're right. You're right. Where are they better?
Linebackers, like a tinge, maybe. Those guys are pretty fucking good.
All right, and Bosa is good, but like, is their defensive line better than our defensive line?
That fucking stat line was absolutely like I think. So, Dave, do you remember the tweet? It's just like it's like everyone on the Niners is like it's both at 18.5 sacks, and the next highest is 4. Then it's like 2, and then it's like the rest of the team with 1.
I think that the next highest was 7, and the only reason why I know that is because it's that dude who you said was getting arrested for punching his wife or something.
It's his girlfriend. Okay.
Sorry, girlfriend. Sorry, I didn't want to be disrespectful.
Okay, so whatever. And then it's like the Eagles, have like 4 people in 11, and Fletcher Cox has 7. So like, I think I was driving to work when I found that, or I'm pretty sure that's what was happening this morning. And I honestly was contemplating it for like 25 minutes. Like, do you know how incredibly insane that stat line is? That's ludicrous. They have 35 more sacks than the Niners, who supposedly have a better defense. That's what people are telling me.
Okay, so let's talk about the sack thing, because I saw a video that Baldy posted on Twitter, and he was breaking down some defensive plays and stuff like that. And he put up basically like a quick snippet reel of Hassan Reddick. Dude, he is like possessed when he's trying to get after the quarterback. It's awesome. It's awesome. And this team gets to the quarterback. They just do.
Well, it's because the secondary is holding it down. And again, and
you're right. It's a combo meal.
Speaking of which, you sent choo. That's what I'm gonna do every time I'm about to derail. I'm gonna choo. You sent the most egregious text or tweet I've ever seen in my entire life.
I mean, I didn't tweet it.
I understand that. But to suggest that Wendy's fries are better than the GOAT of McDonald's is fucking ludicrous.
Absolutely 1,000,000% correct. Wendy's fries are better. They've made changes. They've looked inward and they've improved themselves. However, they are not better than the GOAT. The GOAT is McDonald's.
I don't know. Honestly, like, this is a real statement. I don't know what McDonald's has that any of these other places have that is better. Like line item for line item. Maybe. The only thing I can think of is that like Wendy's chicken sandwiches are like maybe a little better.
Well, you mean like comparing Wendy's to McDonald's, just those two?
Yeah, in general. Well, I mean, I know there's people out here who be like Whopper, triple double. It's
the best commercial ever,
dude. You saw the wedding one. I really wish that Christy and I got married like this weekend so we could do that.
Oh,
it would be my dream come true.
It's just so good.
But back to my tangent. I just don't know, like a quarter pounder cheese, and I know like fresh meat is like it's not. I get that, but it's still raw meat they're throwing on the fucking grill.
Yeah.
I mean, it is technically letter of the law. I mean, it's probably horse meat, but it's still real meat. Like
pink slime meat.
That quarter pounder cheese is like fucking delicious.
It is.
They have the best.
There's something in them. There's something in them onions, man. Those onions they use. There's something
the
about
sauce. Just fucking pipe them in my ears and just fill me with fucking mac sauce. Love it.
Mac sauce is good. The nuggets are good. So if we're only talking about McDonald's versus Wendy's,
you're not putting Chick-fil-A in this conversation because it doesn't count.
Big Bird kicking down the door. That's Chick-fil-A coming in on this conversation.
Yeah, absolutely.
Chick-fil-A's goating it all the day.
Honestly, McDonald's buffalo sauce is it's close with Chick-fil-A, but it's probably the best in the game if you're talking fast food.
Yeah, McDonald's has some good stuff. I mean, dude, I gotta give it to them. I haven't been there in a minute, but
no, I'm not shameful at all.
No, the last time I went, Kenny, I texted you. Actually, me and my wife were watching a movie. It was late as fuck on a Saturday night, and I was like gone, and I fucking DoorDashed like $40 worth of fucking McDonald's.
Hey, obesity is not a choice.
Oh
shit. So anyway, back to this. And so now I'm going to advocate for why Jonathan Gannon is a good DC.
Go ahead.
Now, I know you believe in this, like he hasn't been a good quarterback, right?
Well, I don't believe in it. It's true, but go ahead. Okay. Continue.
It's all part of the scheme and the fit.
Oh, so he like game plans to not beat the good quarterbacks?
No, he
Tell me more.
No, they bend a little bit more against the good quarterbacks. So like
by bend a little bit more, you mean lose, right?
Yeah, but
Okay.
how much are they? They're not getting fucking decimated. You're sitting here on your fucking high horse, like they're losing, like the Giants did, 38-7. That's not what's happening here. They're losing by a field goal. They're losing by 7, at most 10.
Listen, you've whooped me with this numerous times. You and Jason both. It doesn't matter how you win or how much you win by. It's a win. A win is a win is a win. So is a loss a loss a loss?
No, that's fine, but I'm trying to categorize this as.
Listen. I don't even think that your argument. You don't even really need to argue to me that Gannon is good. I know he's good.
Guys,
he's just not elite from a DC perspective. He's
what
not.
What do you want?
I want him to beat a good fucking quarterback. Why is that too much to ask for? I don't care. Like, I'm not going to be sad if they win the Super Bowl, and I'm not going to be like, oh, Gannon sucks ass.
Your qualification of a good quarterback is nothing more than your own opinion of what a good quarterback is.
A quarterback? What are we talking about, quarterback? Well, no, it's not. Dude, go through do you want to do this right now? You want to go through the schedule for both fucking years and point out the good quarterbacks and how many games they won against them?
They beat Aaron Rodgers.
No, they did not beat Aaron Rodgers. He was hurt and he didn't play the fourth quarter.
Still beat them. They were up before Aaron Rodgers went out of the game.
Oh my God. Oh my God.
I will admit he was not ready for Tampa Bay last year. I will admit that.
And maybe this is the other part of it. And maybe part of this, maybe one of the reasons why I'm so like, everybody seems like they're all about him, like nationally. Like all these dudes nationally are like, oh, Gannon's going to 100% going to get looked at for a head. And this was last year.
It's his job. You realize that, right? Like he is the Texans head coach. We know this. Right?
No, I know. But I think maybe part of the reason why I have this hate for him a little bit is because I see what I see against the good quarterbacks and not even good quarterbacks. Let's just say seasoned quarterbacks, because Andy Dalton at one point when they were playing, he was like 15-15.
Okay, so we know that there are flaws in his scheme. We understand that, but that's like a quarterback that's good. That's my whole point, is that like it's this good quarterback is going to be able to carve him up for 350. It's got to get down to the goal line. Listen, Jonathan Gannon leans heavily on what the offense can do. And if the offense can't keep pace with the defense, giving up 17 points in the beginning, it's like a floodgate kind of opens. If it's 14-14, end of the first, 14-10 Eagles, 14-10 the other team, Gannon's still very much in control because he's got the offense where he wants them. It's 100% offense based. And I think a lot of people don't want to admit that. And that might, in some people's minds, not be considered. Listen, no one's saying he's an elite coordinator, but I think he's a very good coordinator. I teeter my toe on great. I think he doesn't get the due respect he deserves. And I've come 180. Like, I just, from watching everything, and like, listen, I'm not an expert in football, but I think I know enough. Like, you know what I mean? Like, I couldn't tell you if they were in a 4-3 or an engage 8, like, because I don't really care. But I know enough. You know what I mean? Like, I can read a defense. I know what this guy's gonna fucking do, and I think he's in par with some of the good ones. I mean, to assume that every single defensive scheme is gonna work is the problem. And then in the beginning, we talked about this. He just never adjusted, right? Because I think the ego got in the way a little bit.
Don't you
now
think
he's
that
making adjustments?
Don't you think that a little, or like probably, if you had to put a percentage on his success here, what percentage of his success is attributed to his talent on defense, his players? Because I'd put it at least 70%.
And that's fine. But guys, listen, I'm glad you said this. It's kind of funny because like Dave and I realized the other day that we're the same person. Because it's kind of gross. Because in my brain, I was playing this right now. I was like, I gotta bring this up, and then you brought it up. You're assuming he has 4 guys over 11 sacks. Fletcher Cox has 7. Brandon Graham, off of Achilles tear at his age, is like career threatening.
Yeah, I know.
These guys aren't just having what people want to say career years. Maybe one guy. I'll give you one of those 5 guys, because we're gonna include Fletch, because
Good burger.
Getting 7 sacks out of him is fucking massive. Okay. One of those guys can have a career year. The rest of those guys, it's scheme, it's coaching, it's doing the right things. I really do honestly believe it. And he doesn't get and I'm with Nick. I stand with my boy Nick. I don't think he gets enough credit for the good that he does. You can't tell me that 5 defensive players are having on the line or having career years this year. I'm not going to fucking believe that or listen to that.
But if you have an elite secondary, does that not give your offense, or does that not give your defensive line more time to get to the quarterback?
Oh, I'm with you 100%.
Okay.
So
and that's
fine.
So like
he's still working again, we're talking about raw talent, and like we know what we were getting with Slay. We had no clue what we were getting with Bradbury. We know he was
it's a
good
crapshoot
or decent. I mean, we don't even know if he was good. Now he's going to get
good.
paid.
And he's
right?
good.
And
for us, and maybe it is coaching.
I think the growth in Maddox is something I've never seen before in a slot corner.
Maybe he's a great coach when it comes to
getting the most out of your players.
Yes, the players. Yes,
it helps when you have good linebackers. And dude, fuck you all. Everyone's sitting here being like, TJ Edwards is elite. Fuck you. You guys all know that TJ Edwards is not elite. He's good. He's decent. He's getting everything he can out of all of his players. And I think it's just a little asinine to sit here and be like, oh, take Jonathan Gannon with you. I'd love to have Gannon back next year. I would love it. I would welcome it with open arms. And it would honestly put us into this awesome, like, we're never going to get this because I'm 100% sure he's gone. And we're going to lose some players. So this would be part of that test, right? Like, first year, so season. Second year, really good fucking season. Yeah. What's the third season with mediocre players? I mean, Kaiser White's not it. We know that. But Nakobe Dean, you can't run with Kaiser White all year and then be like, fuck you. You're done. Because he hasn't, like, he misses some coverages, but he doesn't, it's not so bad where you're like, oh my God, every play. You know what I mean?
Yeah, but he had he's had some rough games, but
Giants first game, week 18, I would agree with you. I texted you. I said, how did he not see that running back off the side there? I mean, anyone with a fucking brain cell knows that running back's running that route.
Yeah.
And then against the Giants in the playoffs, I thought he looked really fucking sharp. So again, it's the Giants and they're tired. I mean, listen, I think people don't realize how much of an emotional toll that takes on you to go into Minnesota on the road as a 6 seed and just kind of fucking dictate that whole game. That's exhausting.
I think it was emotional and physical.
Yeah, absolutely. And thank God, because I'll tell you what, the Eagles are really good, but would you want to play a divisional round against the Cowboys? I don't fucking think so.
I have a theory on that. We're gonna fucking about to play hopscotch right now because now we're going real fucking far down the well. But I have a theory. I think Dak.
I live in the well.
I think Dak is a different player. I think Dak post that injury, that ankle injury he had, I think that shit changed him, and I do not think that he is playing with the same intensity that he did, and it very much reminds me of someone, Carson Wentz.
Yeah. The thing is I was like, Carson Wentz was never, like, recently.
Look how many interceptions this dude's throwing all of a sudden.
No, I know. I'm saying, like, because he can't throw the ball with his back foot. He's not driving the ball. Again, it doesn't. Anyone with a PhD can.
Well, I'm just saying, like, but Dak's not the same dude. So I wasn't afraid of Cowboys this year. I'm honestly not afraid of any team. The way that the Eagles have played and the way that they have shown can play.
There's no reason to think differently against the Giants. No reason to think differently.
None. And we at this point, we have to have full faith in the coaching staff and in the players that they're going to show up and that they're going to execute some kind of game plan and just play their game. And
I love the people that were like, AJ Brown's upset he didn't get the ball. Shut the fuck up. Even if he is upset, who gives a fuck?
It doesn't matter. He's a competitor. Of course he's going to fucking be upset.
Blow me.
People were giving Diggs shit about that too, because the other day he was like, what the fuck? Like he's blowing up on the sideline.
He's probably sick of fucking losing.
Of course he's blowing up on the sideline. Everybody's fucking sharing that picture of him standing on the field while he watches the other team fucking celebrate and shit. Like, what do you think he's going to feel? He's going to fucking be pissed off.
And honestly, you said this best too, or Jake, I don't know, whoever said it. Buffalo, they can't win in a. It was you. Buffalo can't win in a snow game.
They
Their their
can't.
their whole thing is to fucking throw the ball. And we were supposed to believe Singletary is a fucking running back in the league. He's
No.
a backup at best.
He's terrible. And honestly, that is the reason that they're sitting at home, because you need a running game in this
Like
in
Joe
snow
Mixon.
game like
Look
that.
at Joe Mixon.
He's a baller.
Sliding.
Baller.
Hey, Miles Sanders, enjoy Buffalo. Tell you.
I don't know. I don't think he's leaving.
You're going to give him $13 million?
I think they will.
Give Saquon Barkley $13 million.
He's not going to get 13. He's going to more. Would you give Miles 13 or would you give Sanders 15?
That's the same person.
I'm sorry. Barkley 15.
You want my WalterFootball.com opinion?
I just want your opinion.
I don't want to pay a running back. I'm still back on this.
Oh God.
Now, listen, I like Miles Sanders as a person. I think he's a fucking hard-ass runner. I think he had a really great season. And again, we're getting the best out of what we have, which is shocking, considering last year he had 0 touchdowns. Like, think about that. 0 to 11.
So can you draft? So now you're talking about, we are really fucking jumping around. We went from the defensive line, and now we're talking about drafting a running back. So like if you draft a running back, where is it going to be? Is it in the 3rd round because they don't have a 2nd round pick
yet?
Okay, so you're saying they're going to trade out of the 1st and get some kind of 2nd and draft a running back that's going to start and be an impact player out of the 2nd round.
It happens. I don't know why that's so.
It sometimes happens, not all the time.
Shady.
Go ahead.
Isaac Pacheco, they got him in like the 7th round. I mean, listen, you got running backs.
Here's what I think they could do. I think they could do.
I guess my opinion doesn't matter because I was in mid fucking opinion, bitch.
Yeah, go ahead.
You fucking cuck. The running backs nowadays, if the Eagles are going to return the same line, assuming Kelsey doesn't retire, right?
Yes.
Okay, Dave, you could run for 1,000 yards in that fucking offense behind that line.
I don't know if I
can. You could run for 1,000 yards if you have Jalen Hurts running the RPO that smoothly. Seriously, the Eagles are set up in this weird, funny fucking situation. Look at Gainwell; he ran for 102 yards.
Yeah,
and I don't think. Listen, I'm not sitting here saying that he's like the everyday fucking guy. But I re-signed Boston Scott. I re-signed Kenneth, fucking stupid idiot, Kenneth Gainwell, and I let Sanders walk, and I try to pick up a piece later. I think you do. That's where I'm at.
I think if he is willing to take a certain number, I think they might make a deal with him. If not, then I think what they could do is draft somebody like you just said, and maybe pick up some other kind of veteran guy who can be like the 1-2 combo. And then you keep Gainwell, and then Boston Scott's on the out.
Okay.
I know. I just know people in Philly are gonna fucking jump off the bridge if they lose Boston Scott.
It's
because
fine.
People in Philly have a weird relationship with role players. It's a truth.
Yeah, well,
it's a thing.
People in Philly weren't loved by their parents. It makes sense.
It's a true thing. So anyway, back to the defensive line.
No, I'm not done yet.
Okay.
Choo choo.
I was gonna say you didn't do the trademark.
You said earlier you were like, well, they gotta try to figure a way to sign Bradbury. It can't happen.
I mean, I don't know why you keep saying it can't happen.
Because your priority is 2 people right now.
You know how many yards Bradbury gave up last week?
I get it, man. I have fucking eyeballs. I understand what you're saying, but I also look at this massive list of unrestricted free agents, and I go,
okay, who's your priority? So let's bring it up. I'm gonna bring up the list, and then we can talk about the priorities. Okay, so let's see, blah 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 blah. TikTok on the clock. The party don't stop.
TikTok on the clock.
Okay. So who's priority on D?
Do you have the list? I don't have it.
Oh, come on, Kenny.
Oh, come on, Kenny. Oh, come on, Kenny. Come on, Kenny.
You don't have the Eagles free agent list memorized?
No, I have Molly McGuire's in Phoenixville expanding fucking to a 4-story apartment on my brain. I gotta go do that job tomorrow.
Oh man. All right. So let's see. I will tell you in 1 second. All right. So on defense, I'm going to start with the most expensive. Okay.
Okay.
Fletcher Cox.
Gone. See ya. Thanks.
Robert Quinn.
Bye. Thanks for nothing, you fucking bum. Next.
Brandon Graham. Okay. Now we're starting to get there. Now
Restructure.
Javon Hargrave.
You can't sign him.
James Bradbury.
Can't sign him.
Kazir White. TJ Edwards. So you're just gonna draft a whole new linebacking crew too?
No, I'm sliding N'Kobe Dean in for Kaiser White, and I'm signing TJ Edwards.
I like N'Kobe coming in. Okay. Ndamukong Suh, he'll be gone. Linval Joseph, gone.
Yeah, thanks. I mean, they're great.
But see, like, listen to what you're doing. You just kicked 3 interior defensive linemen off of our team, and this defense extremely relies on an interior defensive line rotation. Okay, so now,
with Jordan Davis, and
now you have to go sign. You have to go sign 3 more randos that at what, $3 million? You're gonna find some scraps on the fucking what? What are you doing?
Why can't you draft one? You have the 10th pick.
Okay, so now you want to spend the 10th overall on a DT?
Why not? What's wrong with it?
We need offensive tackles.
Okay, then shut the fuck up.
No, we need offensive linemen, not defensive linemen.
You have a center in waiting, and you have Andre Dillard doesn't get the fucking respect he deserves. Okay?
Oh my god, dude.
No, don't. Oh my god.
How's right now going to be the time you go on the Dillard high horse?
All right, keep reading this fucking list. I gotta think.
Okay. So both linebackers basically, and then Rick Lovato.
Who cares? Long snapper. Fucking sign him for a pack of fucking peanut M&Ms.
No, don't. I'm not taking the bait on that. CJ.
You have to fucking sign him. He's like 24 years old.
Marcus Epps.
I think you can sign Marcus Epps for cheap.
I think you can get Epps too. But I think that your target's there. So you have 1, 2, 3.
Are you gonna re-sign Cox?
4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10 guys. You have 10 guys on that defense that are going to be gone.
Okay, well, first off, you're acting like Sue ain't gonna retire if they get a ring.
No, I'm just saying. Gone. I'm just counting. It's 10. The number's 10. Fine, fucking 9.
Okay. Linval Joseph. I mean, no offense. I mean, the dude's fatter than both of us.
Yeah,
he's done. Robert Quinn's done. I mean, there's certain people here that we don't. What are we talking about?
I'm just their bodies though, dude. They are. They play. That's
fine, but they are gonna. I mean, definitely Sue is gone. I mean, just retirement wise.
All right, let's start at the top. Is Fletcher Cox gone?
I mean, what?
Can they afford to give him $14 million again?
No, absolutely fucking not. Will he take a pay cut? Maybe. What? Like he's gonna have. Okay. Let's do this. Seriously, we need to do this, and I don't want to do this. The assumption is the Eagles win the Super Bowl. Okay.
Oh,
can we do that? What do you want to do?
All right. Yeah. Let's play hypothetical. Go ahead.
Because hypothetically speaking, if you're Fletch,
that's better.
You have 2 Super Bowls. You have more money than you could imagine. You hunt. You have a hot wife. Okay, smoking hot wife.
Hot.
You could take a pay cut to like $5 million for another year.
No, he's not going to take $5 million. Come on,
bro. He's got more money than he knows what to do with. He's a 2-time Super Bowl champion. He's not going to play anywhere else. If he wants to stay and wants to play, Howie will get it done. Next person.
Brandon Graham.
Fuck that guy. This one's difficult because it's the same deal. Like, I mean, he's off an Achilles heel tear, whatever. And You
And
want to talk about
he was almost gone before that, right?
yeah, and you want to talk about people attaching a wagon, attaching the wagon to the people. It's fucking Graham. That one's really difficult. What's he making?
13-3.
You can't pay him 13-3, right?
But so he's gonna take a pay cut too. You know what I mean? Like
Yeah, no, I hear you. So what if you like pay cut both of them to like
12?
18? I mean 8. 8 and 8. 16 million
Ooh,
for two of them.
ooh,
That's a fair
low.
number.
Is it though?
I mean,
Fletcher Cox is only 32.
Okay, but
He could sign a 4-year deal with somebody.
Okay, then bye-bye. What are you going to do?
Okay, so that's where you are, though. You don't want.
You can't overpay for these people.
I agree with you. I 100% agree with you.
32. I'm fucking 33. I threw my fucking toes out because I put my slipper on wrong. It's only a matter of time.
Fletcher Cox is 32. Brandon Graham is 34.
I mean, Graham's old. I mean, he's old.
Yeah, he's old. You can't sign him for long term. That's for sure.
I mean, a year or two maybe. All right, go to the fucking O.
I think you let. This might be unpopular. I don't know, but I think you let Fletcher Cox and Brandon Graham walk, and I think you sign Hargrave.
I like it
because you have Hargrave, Sweat.
What's Hargrave making?
Hargrave is 13.
He's probably going to command a little bit more, which is good because you'll free up the space with Graham and Cox. That's what
I'm saying. And
all right, deal. I'm in.
All right. So the next big decision on defense is Bradbury or CJ GJ.
I'm not even hesitating.
So who's playing cornerback next year?
I get it. They're gonna have
no. I'm not being like a dick. I'm saying like, do you draft a guy like with one of them first round draft picks, or
they like Scott and they like that other guy, Job.
Yeah, I guess if they're gonna try to do some home cooking, then that's fine too.
And listen, is the defense next year going to be as elite as this year? No, but dude, Bradbury last year, and I know he was on a shitty Giants team, but he still struggled. So, like, to me, we don't know what we're going to get here. CJ GJ has not struggled at all.
No. In fact, it's the opposite, and he's almost like the leader of the D.
He's 24.
He's all up in that shit all the time.
His car did get stolen, so he might not want to come back.
He did, and he was pissed off on the IG. I saw that. He's like, "This how y'all fucking react to a win?"
And without
I don't know what his voice sounds like. I just made up some song.
Without the freak injury of his kidney blowing up, his kidney looked like the Twin Towers. Boom.
Oh, boom! There it is. The weekly 9/11 insert.
I live for it. Damar Hamlin and 9/11 have something in common. They're both conspiracies. Daddy's here. Okay.
Oh my God.
Yeah, I don't give a fuck. We live in a culture that is too fucking sensitive. Oh, can you believe choo-choo? Can you believe Eli Apple, who I despise, who I've now gained a smidgen of respect for?
Because he took a no limit.
Are we really upset about him saying Cancun in 3?
Why though?
Is that not a common phrase in sports? Team on 3. Eagles on 3.
Oh, I got you. I didn't even know what he was saying.
So it's literally what he's saying. And this emoji, this stupid fucking heart emoji, is
but he put that up though, right?
Yeah. So maybe you can bitch about that.
Okay, so he was taking shots, and listen, why is he taking shots at that guy?
He's not. He's taking shots at the fucking crybaby Bills.
I know, but using the heart emoji, it inserts the dagger.
And didn't even come up with the fucking heart emoji. It's that piece of shit Pena out of fucking Houston on the Astros.
Fuck that guy. God.
That guy. Absolutely.
Don't take me back to those nightmares. God damn it.
The fucking Phillies.
Fuck.
Okay. So back onto the train. You have to sign CJ GJ. And I think Josiah Scott's going to be okay with an off season.
Yeah, I think so.
And what I was trying to get at before I went off is the defense is going to have holes next year. Not like some gaping fucking like pleasure dome holes, This is gonna be like just normal defensive holes. You know what I mean? Like,
Sponsor us.
yeah, please. It's
Harry's
gonna
Shave Your Ball Club and fucking pleasure tone.
Dollar Shave Club.
That's right.
There's gonna be holes. Okay.
All right. So you're choosing CJGJ over Bradbury. I would agree. If they could sign both, I'd be great. It'd be great, but I don't think so. Who knows?
No
Probably
way.
not. But so Kazir White and TJ Edwards.
I think you can get. How much is Edward making?
It was 3. Edwards is 2.2.
You could sign Edwards for around 6. I think. I really do think you could get him for a couple year deal.
I think so too.
You let White walk. Not that I think he's I think he's an okay linebacker. He'll find a home. And then Nakobe, it's Dean's time. Like, we didn't draft him where we drafted him for him to never play but special teams. So I'm out on White. See you later. Your linebackers are good. Next positions.
All right. I think I agree with you there too. So after that, you have that's it. Epps.
Okay. So
and you could probably sign Epps too.
Yeah, and I really love the idea of letting Graham and Cox go for Hargrave.
Yeah, I've been thinking about that, and I think that they could do that. And I know that there's going to be some people in Philly that are really upset, but because Brandon Graham is an OG with us, and also, we got the heartstrings there. I totally get it.
Howie is legitimately a wizard. He could give those 2 guys $1 million each. You know what I mean? Like, for the first 2 years of they sign a 3.
They could do some trickery shit with the cap, yeah, for sure.
And then just dump the cap on the end of the contract, and then give them bonuses to make them whole before we cut them on the 3rd year.
Yeah, totally, and any of that's possible. And that so Fletcher or
because they're discounted guys, 2-time Super Bowl champions in Philadelphia. You go down, dude, 2-time Super Bowl champion in Philadelphia. That's
if that happens.
When it happens, that's free. That's free Pleasure Dome for life. In both senses, the place and the activity.
That might be free Delilah's or some.
Come to cheerleaders for the egg buffet.
They might be able to get some top shelf steaks over at Delilah's.
They got to go to fuck. What's that? God damn it!
What?
They can Lifetime Steaks at Omaha.
Omaha. Oh man.
Do you remember that time that we went to the strip club after the Wing Bowl and I just stared at the wall like this because I'm so fucked?
Which strip club?
We went. Fuck. I want to say cheerleaders.
I didn't go.
Oh, you bailed.
I Irish exited before that, and I
wanted to go home with you, and you abandoned me. Smart move. I just literally was in the corner, and the strippers were like, "Hey, baby," and I'm like, that's when I brought them flasks. There's plastic flasks in my legs. I duct taped them to them.
Did any Wing Bowl ever end well? No.
And then remember I rang the alarm, and the guy was like, "What do you have? A knife?" And I was like, I have these flasks, and he's like, "Oh shit, go have fun." We decided, like, if you've never been to the Wing Bowl, the people that worked the Wing Bowl at Wells Fargo absolutely fucking hated you.
Oh,
that was the worst goddamn shift. You're up at 4 a.m.
Serving
beer to a bunch of degenerate pieces of shit.
They opened that door thing, the rolling door.
Mm-hmm.
And it's just like fucking lines of people waiting for beers. And they're just like, oh, what the fuck?
All right, last reminiscence of the Ring Bowl, because this is one of my better stories. I tried to order 4 beers, and they were like, "You can only have 2." And I was like, "Oh, yeah?" And I just chugged both of them like Stone Cold Steve Austin. Threw them in the thing, and I was like, 2 more. Yeah, and then I literally died. That was one of the worst hangovers. It was my mom's 55th birthday. I ruined it.
Dude,
Joe and I were so hungover. It was such a great night.
Some of those Wing Bowls were just off, to say the least.
All right, what's on our offense?
So that's our free agents. I mean, that's it. So let's take. Let's take a look at the offense real quick before we start talking about the game and the matchup. So, Jason Kelce.
There's no way you don't re-sign him, right?
You got to give him whatever he wants. Honestly.
He's all fucking pro, bro. 2-time champion.
Yeah, but you just tossed Brandon Graham into the gutter. So like,
I know, but it's like, dude, how can you not like?
sack fumble, sack fumble.
Yeah, I get it.
Okay,
Get it.
so we're getting into slippery slope territory right here.
But super elite centers are hard to
I
fucking
know, and
come by.
that's the thing. Like, if his position kind of changes the
Makes
game.
him more valuable.
He's a signal caller. He's a leader on the offensive line. Like, I mean,
Yeah,
whoa, that's really tough.
and I don't think I think he's another one of them guys that will take a hometown discount
He
for
will.
sure.
He already did. He already took one. He made 9. I was just almost to say only. He made 9 million.
I'm good with Kelsey. Next, find a way.
I agree. Sayamalu.
He's a Giant next year.
Oh,
He is. There's just no other way to look at it. He is. Next.
well, who steps in there?
That's that, and this is the biggest thing. If what you're saying
You
true,
throwing Dillard in there?
I love Dillard.
So you're signing Dillard.
I mean, you could sign Dillard for a lot cheaper than you could sign Salamalu.
Okay, well, Sayamalu and Dillard are both free agents.
I'm saying, like, you're not gonna like Salamalu is a top lineman. He's gonna get money wherever the fuck he goes and a long contract. Dillard's still in this, like, is he hurt? Is he not hurt? Can he play? We don't know. We'll give him a try. And with what you did with getting rid of Cox and Graham or restructuring them to low,
right?
You now open your 10th pick for the lineman, right, to replace.
I think that they might want to keep Sayamalu, and I think that if we go with this thought process that they won the Super Bowl, I think that Sayamalu might be willing to give them a little bit of a deal because of his relationship with Hurts.
Well, and guys,
because that shit's real, man. They're people at the end of the day.
They're also playing for like the greatest fucking line coach that's ever walked this earth.
Seriously, dude.
Like, people love Statland, so like, and you know what, you if you let Isaac go, there might be another lineman. Like, I know he's probably not a free agent, but Quentin Nelson looked terrible this year.
Mm-hmm.
You know who could fix him?
Mm-hmm.
Mm-hmm. All right, next one.
Let's see. I don't know. Okay, so we have some position players to talk about. Boston Scott.
Probably going to have to be X'd.
Miles Sanders.
I mean, how many of these guys are going to take a discount like that? And now we're getting into that territory.
I know. And how much of a discount,
Bradbury or Miles Sanders, who you keeping? I'm fucking keeping Bradbury if I have the option.
I agree.
I don't want to say this. I'm going to say this. I don't think there's a scenario where Miles Sanders comes the fuck back. I just don't see it.
Is that just because you think he's going to want so much money?
He's going to command more money than what the Eagles can give to him. And there's only so much of a discount he'll take. I know he loves it here. We love him when he's healthy. I just don't. Keep going.
Can they franchise him?
I forgot about the tag, and yes, you can. So that's probably, or you could tag Bradbury. It's cheaper to tag a corner.
That could be a good move.
It's cheaper to tag a corner.
That could be a good move.
We got to go back to Sanders. I got to think on this.
All right. Sanders. Okay. Pascal.
You could sign him for $2 million, I think. No problem at all, and he'll stay.
Next. Yeah, like if they want him, he'll stay.
Yeah. Honestly, I would almost want Pascal in the 3 position than I want Quez Watkins. I'm going to be fucking straight honest with you.
I completely agree with you.
Your speed is only good if you can catch the fucking ball, Rager.
I completely agree, man. I would rather have Pascal in there too. But they're different players.
And Watkins is also 23.
And Watkins, even if he doesn't catch the ball, if he runs, he clears that safety down the field. It opens things up for Brown and Smith. So that's definitely a factor that we have to think about. Tyree Jackson.
See ya.
And Gardner Minshew.
Absolutely fucking gone.
You like old Book?
No, they'll fucking. I think they need to get Huntley if they can
Maybe
get
they
anyone.
Need to sign Lamar.
What?
I read a tweet. No, I actually read a tweet, and it actually made me think a little bit. Dude was like, no, listen, just hear me out. It's not like serious. It's just joke. But he's like, sign Lamar, and Hurts. Sign Hurts and Lamar. Hurts is your quarterback. Lamar is your running back, but also throws too. And you run like this hybrid ass like wing offense kind of thing where either dude can throw or run. They can both throw and run. It's out there. It's out there. It's not a bad idea though.
It's a terrible fucking idea.
Why? Why is it a terrible idea?
You're gonna wrap up $80 fucking million in fucking quarterback play?
Oh no! I only do it if he takes the deal.
Oh, here we go again. We're just handing. We're fucking. You get a hometown discount. You've never played for us, but you're gonna get a hometown discount. Fucking people, man. And also, no. Next, no.
No, it's never been done before.
Okay, so the offense isn't as bad as I was anticipating.
No, but you have got, you have like Lane Johnson's not going to fucking last forever.
I know they got a draft.
Okay.
I think you got to let Isaac walk, and then you can kind of redo the. Okay, and another thing. Here we go. Here we go. If Gannon's gone, if you get Vic Foligno, your defense changes. It's no longer bend don't break. It's whatever he runs. So
like Fangio.
Yeah, whatever. What did I say? Flangio?
I don't know what the fuck you said.
I have, sometimes I do meth. So therefore, that's going to throw a fucking wrench into it. If both coordinators go, it's going to be a little interesting. Although the offense, let's be honest,
it's going to be a little interesting next year anyway because of that fucking schedule. Shit's hard.
I don't like doing that. I don't like doing that.
It's a hard schedule.
I just don't like comparing last year to this year. It's a hard schedule when we get to like beginning of October and you see how these fucking teams look in the first 4 games. There's teams on there that you would think are going to be 4-0 that are going to be 0-4. I hate the schedule. I hate this. I've been talking about this for years. I hate the schedule. It's such a fucking bullshit schedule. It's bullshit.
I don't understand why you say it's bullshit.
Give me some of the schedule.
I don't have it. We need to talk about other shit.
Well, Mr. Almighty Dave doesn't have the fucking schedule.
What the fuck? You don't have it either. You're making me fucking pull it up.
Know the fucking schedule. How dare him not know the schedule? It's the schedule. He doesn't know the Eagles' schedule.
I don't have the Eagles' 2023 opponents.
Idiot.
All right, now I'm going to look it up now, and we're going to fucking talk about it because this is what you want.
I got it. Washington. Okay.
No, I got it.
Rams.
They play Washington twice?
It's not in order. All right.
I know.
All right. So who cares about those 6 games? Rams, New England, Jets, Cardinals, San Francisco sucks. Fuck Buffalo. Miami's a cunt. Seattle's not that good.
Hold on. Stop it. Stop.
Tampa
Listen
Bay,
to yourself. Listen
Minnesota.
to you.
No, listen to you.
My God. They've got the Seahawks on there. The Chiefs are on there. The Bills. The Rams are going to be fucking good again. They're going to have all their fucking people back. Why are you acting like that schedule's easy? What the fuck? It's a schedule. It's fucking hard.
The Rams are
Bill O'Brien's going back to the Patriots. Mac Jones is going to actually be good next year.
Oh, my God. Do we hear yourself talking?
Dude, he just fucking... Oh, my God.
Please. Jalen Hurts, Josh Allen, who you taking right now? Career-wise, who you taking?
Career-wise?
Yeah, right
now.
I
mean, they both haven't won anything yet.
Who you taking?
I'm taking Jalen Hurts.
Exactly. That's a win. I just don't like looking at the schedule because, again, we don't know. Like, Patrick Mahomes could break his fucking skull in week 1.
I know. I'm just saying, if you just look at it on the face, it's a tough schedule.
I'm just going to call your fucking bullshit out right now.
Yeah.
The fucking Rams? Are you kidding me?
Are you kidding me?
They're fucked.
How? Why?
They don't have a draft pick until I'm fucking 60.
That doesn't mean anything. Look at their fucking team, dude.
Wah, 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 wah. It's like Charlie Brown and fucking, what's the other one that pulls the ball away?
I bet you that the Rams, I am almost willing to bet you I can't make this statement yet because who's coming back for them and us. But I'm almost willing to bet you that the Rams have more wins than the Eagles next year.
Oh my God. Take the bet.
I need to see who's coming back for each team.
There it is. There it is, you fucking pussy.
You're being crazy because they have injuries.
No, they're done. They sold their soul for the Super Bowl. I get it. I understand it. They're done.
Let's talk about something else.
Yeah, why don't we talk about the matchup? It's been 50 minutes.
Brock Purdy might be better than Jalen Hurts.
Well, if you listen to everyone.
At quarterback.
What, like straight slinging?
Yes.
Okay.
And I don't know what that means. I don't know if it matters.
And the sky is blue during the day, maybe if you don't live in fucking PA. And I don't care. I don't. The Purdy.
Mm-hmm.
If you're scared of Brock Purdy, you're fucking.
I'm not
dead.
scared, Kenny.
You're
That's
dead.
not what I'm. That's not what I said.
You're fucking dead. If
that's
you're scared
not what I said.
Purdy.
What I said to you is
Pussy.
that he challenges Jalen Hurts in every single throwing category.
That's fine.
Every single one.
But
and I would have never. I never would have guessed that ever.
I did tell you this, by the way. But did you see him whenever he's razzle dazzled, McNazzled?
What do you mean?
if he like, yeah, of course, if he has a clean pocket and he can sling it.
Mm-hmm.
They're going to be at his feet. They're going to be at his knees. They're going to bust his skull open. Actually, here's a fun fact. It wouldn't blow my brains out if Jimmy G is starting. It would not surprise me.
Okay, you're out of your fucking mind right now. They can't do that. Let's talk numbers. So you're making the claim that under pressure, Purdy is rough. Purdy under pressure has a better completion percentage than Jalen Hurts, better yards per attempt, better fumble percentage, and a better passer rating.
So what you're saying is that you think he's better than Jalen Hurts
at being a quarterback. He's not better than Jalen. What makes Jalen Hurts better is the threat that he can run on you. Purdy cannot, and he is not a threat to run at all. So I think you need the game plan for that. I just, all I'm saying is that his stats are that are staring us in the face say that he is proficient at playing quarterback and throwing the ball. That's all I'm saying.
What do you do if you're the Niners?
As far as deciding who's going to be your quarterback,
yeah,
that's a fucking tough move, dude. I mean, this dude was their third string quarterback. Think about that. That's wild.
I think you're going Purdy.
And even his deep ball numbers, like they're solid. He's got a fucking better passer rating under the blitz. I tried to find a chink in this dude's armor in all these stats, and it's just not there. Now, what we saw against the Cowboys looked like he got a little flustered under some pass rushes.
Mm-hmm.
So part of this could just be, I know you don't like talking about it, but part of it could be who the fuck they played. No, because
this is that. So this is when it matters, because you're comparing things that are tangible to me. Right?
So then I went and I looked at it, and I fucking did. I used PFF as the ranking system, Pro Football Focus, and I looked at the passing defense. I looked at the defenses that they played against.
Any top 15?
So in the last 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11 games. Okay. 0 top 15.
Again, that's tangible. You can believe that because the season shakes.
So we have all these wins piled up, right? Against defenses that were, to be honest, kind of shitty. So, I don't, I just think that, it's a little, he's better than I expected him to be when I started looking at the numbers. I don't watch every fucking 49ers game because I would never do that to myself. Another thing that is a situation is McCaffrey, but I don't know if McCaffrey's healthy
Mm.
because he went out of that game and he was not playing in the fourth quarter. He came in and played third down. That was it. They were playing Mitchell, and Mitchell looked like he was decent.
Yeah, I don't think he's anything to write home.
Exactly. So I think that we match up well against San Fran. San Fran is an unproven team when it comes to who they've played. It's just a fact, dude. And the Eagles have beaten more 500 teams than San Fran has even played.
So some would say
Mm-hmm.
that the stars are aligning for the Eagles to make the run.
Some would say that.
If you have,
I am one of those some.
and I'm looking ahead. Listen, with Patrick Mahomes, he's limited, and I don't care if he has 3 more weeks to get healthy. He's still not going to be Patrick Mahomes that we're used to. It's just not going to be it. So I think you have an advantage of the AFC. Now, do I see the Bengals beating Kansas City? I think I do, which is scary. And the Bengals, they're fucking good, man. But I'm getting ahead of myself. But I think if Christian McCaffrey is banged up as we think he is, and he's banged up, there's no denying it.
100%.
Things are going to change. I mean, dude, look what the Cowboys did to Debo. Look what they did to Christian McCaffrey.
Did you see the rushing stats comparison?
Oh, it's gross.
Miles Sanders. Miles Sanders versus Christian McCaffrey.
Is it similar?
Miles Sanders has him by almost 1,000 yards.
What rushing?
I'm sorry, 100 yards. Sorry, 100 yards.
I nearly shit myself.
Yeah, it's like 70 yards. He's got him by 70 yards. Miles has 2 more rushing touchdowns than him.
Receiving though, I mean it's
well, no, receiving's not. That's not. I'm not making the case that Miles Sanders is better than him. I'm saying that as a rusher, they're comparable. Yeah, is all I'm saying.
I agree with that.
McCaffrey has 780 receiving yards.
Is Debo? See, the problem is it's not just Debo because the nuke he's decent. Actually, he's good. I like him.
Yeah, no, you have Debo, you have Ayuk, and you have Kittle.
Kittle's a problem.
And it's a big problem if Maddox is not a go.
He's a go.
If Maddox is not a go, if Maddox isn't 100, then I think you might have to put CJ on him.
They did that last week.
Right, that's what I'm saying. So I think that might be what you have to do.
Reed.
Blanky.
He could play safety next year, and CJ can slide over to actual corner.
Well, if he wants to. I don't know. I mean,
it's all hypotheticals.
I think Kittle can take you out. The Kittle, they could lose this game if they let Kittle get to them.
Yeah, no shit. Listen, this is going to be the hardest game of obviously. Never mind, that's a dumb fucking statement.
And if I was a betting man, which I am, one of my hedge bets would be San Francisco money line with Kittle over like 100 yards. Because the only way that the Niners beat them is either that Kittle goes off or the Eagles somehow can't score. I don't see Christian McCaffrey beating them, and being the sole reason that they lost. I don't see anyone other than Kittle, because Kittle is not going to be covered by a corner. And he can get lost in the sauce, dude. It happens all the time. You watch these games and you're like, why is Kittle wide open? It happens. And because he's good. He's good. Who's better, Kittle or Goddard?
Goddard.
I think I agree. I'm with Goddard too. Maybe Kittle 2 years ago. Like if it was Kittle 2 years ago.
And I think I might offend some people. Goddard's the best tight end we've seen in the city since I've been alive. He's better than Ertz. I
don't think he is.
I think absolutely.
Why? In what way?
I just think he's a more reliable tight end. I mean, Ertz, and I think he's a better blocker. Within just this last couple of years, he's gotten better at blocking. Ertz did not block. And secondly,
That's true, but that could have been coaching.
it's always coaching with you.
No, it's not always. I don't ever give the coaches credit. I just never want to fire them unless it's Gannon.
I don't know.
You got a soft spot for Goddard. Why? What is it?
Because he's made me so much fucking money.
So that's what it is, Kenny. See, I knew it. I knew there was an ulterior motive here.
Bro, I'm not even trying to toot my own horn. I'm not even exaggerating. I've made $5,000 off of Goddard's props. I hammer the shit out of them every week because they're reliable. They just are. He's a 1,000-yard tight end, by the way. If he doesn't get hurt, he's a 1,000-yard tight end.
I know. Easily, really.
I mean, not even close. I mean, easily is not even the right word. Like,
right.
Superly, like, I'm here, super glued to 1,000 yards.
So
it will be interesting to compare numbers, though. I would like to compare numbers. How long was Ertz here for?
What?
How long was Ertz here for? I don't know. I honestly don't.
You want to compare?
I want to compare numbers.
Okay.
I want to compare. Once, not right now. I'm just saying. Once the song and the birds sing and Goddard's gone or dead, I want to see, because I think you'll see that Goddard's better in the long run and making my pocketbook heavy.
But does he have the longevity that Ertz had?
Yeah, did Ertz deserve that second contract before we traded him? Like that weird ass signing that we did with him?
Deserved? I don't know.
Yeah, and again, like, figuratively speaking, deserve is a weird word to use. You know what I mean? Yeah.
You know, you could make an argument that Goddard right now is Ertz of 2018. Ertz played 16 games. He had 1,163 yards.
1,100
and 8 TDs. It's no slouch.
No, maybe I'm being a little difficult.
But that was his best year. And so, like, you know, what do you get out of Goddard? Like, is this the plateau, or are we still on the ride?
I think we're ascending.
You know, and if we're on the ride still, I'm good with it. But you know, Goddard's TD numbers aren't on the same level as Ertz's were with Wentz. Ertz had a thing with Wentz though, so like, you know.
Did you see Dallas Goedert's stiff arm? I mean, just absolutely
that was
punched that dude's helmet right off his fucking head.
It was fucking awesome.
So it's an interesting date and a debate that I would be curious to have in a couple years.
So let's do this because we have to wrap up at some point.
Nah.
Where do you stand on this game? What's your temperature? How confident are you going into this weekend? Like 1 to 10.
Are we doing this thing where like the Eagles hurt themselves, or is it just like Eagles Niners lined up and that's the only thing that matters?
Like both teams have their best
their game.
You know, it's a hard-fought battle. Nobody gets injured, and nobody does anything really stupid.
And we'll call it equal turnovers, okay? Because that's fair.
Sure.
There's not going to be no turnovers.
2-2.
2-2. Eagles win that game.
By how much?
4.
Ooh, 4.
We're not like people are insane. If you like, I get where you could see where the Giants was going to be a fucking blowout. Like I could see that, and I'm not saying, oh, it's the NFC Championship game. The game's got to be close because we saw what the Eagles did to the Vikings, right?
Yeah, it doesn't have to be close.
It doesn't have to be close, but the Niners are not the fucking Vikings. I mean, it's not even close. The Vikings are the laughing stock of the NFL. You stupid purple pussy eating Barney looking motherfuckers.
Woo! Wow. Where'd that come from?
I think Minnesota's a fraud fucking place. Anyway, Dave, I think it's close, and I think the coaching staff is fucking zoned in, and I don't think there's going to be this like Well, help me out here because I can't remember the game. There was a game this year where they just abandoned the run, and I think they still might have won or they definitely lost.
I do remember that
Specifically.
Yeah, I
And
can't
I think
remember
we're
which game it
too. I
was.
think we're too far away. I think we're not that team
No,
anymore.
you can't do that in the NFC. You have to stay true to who you are.
But see, and here's the funny thing. I'm just gonna say this, and this is like my little like crutch in my brain. Are they the team that passed against the Titans that didn't run, or are they the team that ran against the Green Bay Packers and didn't run or pass? So when you say they got to stay true to who they are, it's true to what the game plan allows them
Well,
to be.
take what they give you, however you want to put it. However you want to put it. Like here's what you know, right? You know that that San Francisco is going to pin their fucking ears back and they're going to be rushing the fuck out of Hurts, right? So what is the best way to beat that? It's running the ball
Yeah.
and it's short passes. And
Oh, by the way, let me cut you off.
Mhm.
One, when you lean back there with your mustache, you look like Shane Gillis, which is an awesome fucking compliment because he's the man. Secondly, they finally got Devontae Smith's screen working. They did it 3 times, and 2 out of 3 worked.
That's right. That's right.
And by
So
the way, most underrated wide receiver I've seen in Eagles green
Devontae?
ever. Oh my god!
Oh,
And not underrated like
no,
he's got more value. Like just he's not a fucking cocky asshole.
you just don't.
So
Yeah,
you
you don't
just don't
hear
hear
him.
from him.
Yes, exactly. Dude is a baller. I hope he stays forever. That guy is the skinniest dude I've ever seen, but he takes hits and he doesn't give a fuck. He has great hands,
Oh,
unbelievable hands,
speaking of hits,
and he has ridiculous ability to place his feet in fucking bounds. Like he knows where he is all the time, dude.
speaking of hits,
It's so good.
if Diggs lays a hit on Kittle, he doesn't catch that ball. Just so we're all aware. And if old Blanky ship Unabomber is coming across the middle there, guess who's not catching that fucking ball?
Oh, that's a hat on the ball right
And
there.
I'll tell you what, Marcus Epps is also not going to let him catch the ball, but it'll be a 15-yard penalty, but he's going to think twice.
Yeah, that'll be helmet. That'd be targeting, like no doubt.
You want to talk about stopping the game? Kittle's head will be on the opposite sideline. They'd be like,
So, I think that the Eagles. I think that the Eagles have the ability, unlike almost any other team in this league right now, in the almost any, to either run the ball efficiently with the quarterback and a legit running back, or throw the ball efficiently with 3 real options in the receiving core. They're nasty. Eagles win by 7.
See, but that's not so egregious. That's like a pick six at halftime that can skew that to a 7-point lead. Like I think 7's a fair number. Like 7.5, I'm worried about like gambling wise. You know what I mean? Like that's.
I wouldn't do 7.5. I would not.
I would not do 7.5. I mean, we already laid money down when it was 1.5 or 2.5. Because I mean, Jesus fucking Christ!
It opened at 1.5. I was like, what the fuck? I couldn't get it fast enough. It turned to 2.5 like as soon as I could do it. I just don't. The only way that they lose this game is if they kill them, is if they beat themselves. I truly
say
believe
something,
that.
and I don't
truly
wanna say
believe
it.
that. What?
I feel like there's gonna be a Miles Sanders fumble. I feel it in my bones. Like I feel it, man. I something going on in there, man. He's had 1 fumble all year, and I just feel like there's something that's like ticking into my brain here. It's like fucking a leech. It's in there.
Well, hopefully it's like in the first quarter and it doesn't matter.
I really think if we can intercept Brock Purdy just once, I think it's over.
How fucking awesome is it that the Eagles like came out of nowhere and like are just back in the NFC Championship game again. And also, someone brought this up. Lou, the dude listens to us. Lou, Lou, I was talking to him, and he was like, "I wonder if there's ever been a team that basically fired their entire staff, got a new quarterback, and won 2 Super Bowls within 5 years?
No.
Like,
no.
that has to be a no, right?
And secondly, dude, like I don't. Okay. 2 Super Bowls in 5 years is some shit that you can fucking talk and hang your hat onto, bro.
It is. So if they can achieve
2
that,
Super
man, like
Bowls in 5 years, people.
it could be
I
epic.
take that.
Could be.
Take that every 5 years, baby.
It could be. I don't know.
You think we're bad now? Don't let us get 2.
I
Do
just
not.
don't. I don't see it. I don't see the loss. It would have like Hurts has to have 3 interceptions, and he loses all of his confidence, and they lose, and they like get shelled, and they lose 28-7. Like that's the loss. That's the only way I see them losing.
You taking the over?
Um,
This feels like a Cowboys Eagles 43-44 fucking game.
See, I don't know. I don't know if I like that though.
Yeah, no, I know exactly what you mean.
All right, so it's hard for me to bet that, knowing that I don't want that to happen.
I told you last week. I said I'm not betting. And then somehow, Dave and I went like 10 for 10 in a row. So like I think overall, it's 10 out of 12. We won like 10 in a row, and I'm like, holy fucking shit. And then what ended up happening though was like I was terrified to bet for the rest of it. I didn't bet at all for the rest of the weekend. Maybe no, I put money on the Bengals at half because they were only like -1.5. I knew the Bengals, that game was over.
So public money, both games is on the under.
I mean, how much of that is like NFC, AFC championship?
Yeah.
I mean,
well, but you have 2 of the best defenses in the NFC playing each other.
no,
Sounds like an over to me.
That's what I mean. Like that's just screaming over, man.
Well, like I said to you, I really I need some. San Fran has played who they played, and they've played who they played. So,
I mean, and I told you again, and I know you're not taking a shot or anything, but there's something to schedule at the end of the year because it's all right there.
mm-hmm.
So like it's a fair assessment. They haven't played anyone really. Honestly, if you haven't played one top 15 defense, you want to talk about easy schedule. I mean, obviously it opened up for them too.
Yeah, I mean they did play top 15 defenses, but not in those last weeks. They did.
Yeah, that's what I mean. So like, bro, I'm itchy with it. Like, I'm insanely worried just because that's how you have to be being a fan of Philadelphia, is worried at all times.
Mm-hmm.
But I'm confident because I don't know. And I'll tell you what, our weak spot looked pretty good last week. Kern was punting those balls like the best of them. Seriously, he special teams looked really good.
I actually pulled those stats too on the special team on the punters. And I was looking at them.
Am I wrong?
No, no, he's been pretty good. I mean, Wisnowski's better, but what are you gonna do? Inside the 20, Wisnowski's got 35.
You're telling me that a guy that's been on a team and who's paid really well is better than a guy we picked off the streets? I would hope he's fucking bad.
So weird. Yeah. So let's do this. Let's give our picks. We're not going to even have time to talk about other fucking sports right now. The Sixers are on fire. And I actually am looking forward to getting to that. And the Flyers,
yeah, they're middle packing right now.
They are, and they're like, they're like, are they 500 again still?
They're teetering. It's like my weight. It teeters.
Gordy did. Gordy did go to a game though last week, and he said it was fucking brutal.
What, a Sixers or a Flyers game?
Yeah, the Flyers games, and it's just like the ambiance is shit, and like in between plays, it's like like in between stoppages is like just terrible.
We're all tired of Gritty, right?
They're a lost poverty franchise.
They are poverty. We're tired of Gritty, right?
I don't know if I mean I was like partially on board with Gritty. I almost wish that they'd bring back the planted fat guy in the upper deck and do that again.
He got in trouble for some weird shit, bro.
Oh no.
Yeah, I thought it was like child porn.
Oh my god, what?
I gotta look it up because that's so disrespectful if that's not true.
Yeah, no, you definitely can't do that. But
his name was Sean, right? Flyers.
It was Sean. It was Sean.
Flyers fat guy.
It was Sean.
2000s.
Uh-oh. Oh boy. There he is.
Shawnee Hill.
Well, I remember he like lost a bunch of weight and then the Flyers actually hired him and he was doing like the on mic dude standing in the tunnels doing like the fucking switcheroo game and shit.
Yeah.
But what happened to him?
I'm looking.
They just cut him? Maybe they just cut him and you just threw him under the bus for no reason.
I swear he did. I swear he did naughty things.
Hey, diddle diddle.
And his name's Shawnee. Like, tell me with a name like Shawnee.
Mm-hmm. Are you gonna find that like today or is it gonna be like next week?
Yeah, no, I'm getting close. So just keep talking.
Just keep talking. Yeah, so Gordy said it was putrid and like if they would have just zoomed the camera in on the chicks like sweeping the ice, it would have been more entertainment. But I did find out that Sign Guy is still there, so that's good. Mm-hmm.
Oh, that guy.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. What a weird guy.
Yeah, he just no one says a goodbye message on Twitter like this. Never got a chance to say goodbye to some.
So so he got the fast axe.
So tonight I'm going to be at the Flyers home opener. I'm going to try to stop and talk to as many people as I am and not cry. There are many reasons behind this, but I am not going to share them right now. When the appropriate time comes, I will correct some misinformation. Hey, diddle, diddle, the cat and the fiddle.
So you don't have any proof. You don't know.
I'm still going. You know, when you type in Shawnee, the second thing that comes up is Shawnee Bin Laden.
What?
I swear, look.
What the hell?
It's a weird word, man.
What the fuck?
I know he did some weird shit.
Whatever, it don't matter. This is as bad as going to a Flyers game right now. So the Flyers are terrible, but they're like watchable. Like you can put them on. I don't know. I put them on the other night. You were doing double duty. I saw you had the game on.
That was before the Eagles game. I said, "This is the right."
No, I know. I know. I know. What do you think of? What do you think of the?
I got it.
Oh, okay. Oh boy. It was probably like a speeding ticket.
He got fired for being racist to a Native American.
Oh my God, are you kidding me?
No.
What?
He said, snip that ponytail.
What? What the fuck?
Oh my God.
What? Dude, that is I would have like if you put like 20 options in front of me and asked me to like take one away that I thought it would never be, I would have picked that.
He said, and you know what the worst part of this is? He was fired during the Wings game. It wasn't even a Flyers game.
So he's doing the little switcheroo game at the Wings, and they pull him aside, and they're like, "Yo, bro,
snip that ponytail when you get a chance.
We got to talk."
Wow, I
That's
mean,
wild.
that is some wild shit.
Wow.
Do you deserve to lose your job?
I mean, you work for a fucking huge like you work for a huge public entity. Like you gotta like
Do you
have
think? Do you think?
like it doesn't mean he's a nice guy. I mean,
Do you think when the Native Americans read this article, they were like, "God, they're off the hook for stealing our land." They fired the Wings announcer.
oh, you think Shawnee's a fall guy?
Who fucking cares? Oh my god, what are we talking about? Snip the ponytail. Hey, it's the dude with hair. I have no hair. I'm jealous of every ponytail I see.
It's kind of not even a good burn either. Like
Yeah,
you're gonna waste one on that. That's kind of a waste.
Do you think he was like, like elbowing the guy next to him, like, listen to this one?
Where was he when he said this?
Apparently because he worked the Wings game, so I think he was just kind of like walking in with like some of the players, and like at Wells Fargo, they like all park in that area, so they always cross each other.
And he was like, "Hey, snip your ponytail."
Yeah, and then I think he probably elbowed the captain of the Wings and was like, "Did you hear me? I made a racially insensitive joke."
Well, that didn't go well for him, did it?
Hey, what time?
Hey, he lost a bunch of weight.
Hey, what time's your casino open?
We never close, bitch.
Oh shit, man, that is so fucking funny, and I don't know how we got on the Shawnee Hill.
So, well,
so
because I
funny.
said that the ambiance at the Flyers games is shit.
Yeah.
But so, like, as far as the AFC goes, and we really don't have time to talk about it, but
I like how like every time we podcast, your eyes get big when you look at the clock, and it's like hour and 20. You're like,
I mean, I don't fucking care. I just don't know how many people make it this far.
hey, if we're talking, they listen.
I don't know. So Patrick Mahomes, I mean, he's like God's son.
Chris Collinsworth, taste the penis out of your mouth.
What's it taste like, Chris?
Jesus Christ, he's like, bro, that's as bad as I've ever seen it with any announcer ever.
He's like that though with everybody.
Yeah,
it's not just Pat Mahomes. So like, what do you think? What do you think is going to go down on the AFC? What do you think is going to happen? I thought that the Bengals were gonna dismantle the Bills in that game, whatever week that was, week 16 or whatever.
The DeMar Hamlin game.
Yeah. And then they went to Buffalo and they dismantled them there. So, I think that the Bengals are better than the Chiefs, and I don't even care. I don't even care if Mahomes is healthy. Don't matter.
The thing is,
the Chiefs without Tyreek Hill are not better than the Bengals.
So the thing is, the Bengals as a team is a better team, but there's no better quarterback or player in the league than Patrick Mahomes. So that automatically,
they have the X factor of having literally the best player in the NFL. And Kelsey's not far behind, to be honest. Talk about a guy who just gets open and like you're like, how the fuck is he open like that? Like that's Travis Kelce.
Yeah.
So like Mahomes and Kelsey
you can't let him have 13 fucking catches. What are you guys doing?
I know.
Gotta be better than that, Dougie.
So I think the Bengals beat them.
So do I. I don't even think it. I mean, it's going to be close, but
yeah, I think
in my mind, I don't think it's particularly close that the Kansas City ever wins.
What do you mean?
Like I was gonna say, there's no doubt that Bengals win, and I simply mean it like it's not like a blowout. I just think that the Bengals win the simulation 10 times out of 10 in close games. I just think they're better. They'll get it done.
Yeah, and I think that that's the general thought process. So that means the Chiefs will probably win. And you know what? I mean, I think that if the Eagles were to win this weekend, which I hope and pray they do, I think that it would be a good matchup against either one of those AFC squads, and I think that they can match up with them well, and I think that they can beat either one of them.
If the Bengals make it and they throw out on the line, backup lineman on the O, those 3 guys, it's over. Forget it.
Toast.
Toast.
No way. No way.
Burnt toast.
So, one more thing before we give our picks and go out of here. Mike came to my house and we watched the game over here. Mike, who was on the podcast, and he brought me a
Whopper.
No, a jumbo bag of M&Ms.
Peanut butter.
And it was the brown, red, and yellow all mixed together.
Brown, yellow.
Well, I'm sorry, it doesn't have like mocha chocolate fucking flavor.
No. I'm just it's a weird dynamic.
It's just all the flavor. It's just all the M&Ms in one bag.
Yeah.
They're still not good. I'm telling you right now, it's because of the candy coated shell. Whatever is on that shell and whatever they use, dye number 5 or whatever the fuck they use to paint their shit, it does not taste good. That is the problem. It's not the chocolate and it's not the peanut butter. It's the candy shell. It's bad.
Wrong.
Reese's Pieces.
You're just wrong. M&M's are the goat.
Reese's Pieces. So let's give our picks. Let's go over the picks from last week.
Okay.
You got murdered.
Yeah.
In the pool. You know what? It's whatever.
Yeah.
So you had Bengals. Wait, let's see where does it start? You had Chiefs -8, which is bullshit because the Jags scored a bullshit touchdown. So you had Chiefs -8, that was a loss. Bengals +5, easy win. Cowboys +3.5, loss. Not even close. Giants +7.5.
Did I say the Giants?
You did.
Yeah. Gotta protect my heart.
I had to, so you went 1-3. And I had the Chiefs -8, which was my only loss. I had the Bengals, San Fran, and the Eagles, and they were all W's. So I went 3-1. So this weekend, Kenny, let's do the AFC game first.
What's the spread?
The spread has been flipping back and forth between the two teams, but I think right now I have Kansas City. I'm sorry, I have Cincinnati -1.
Give me Cincinnati.
Sticking with the Bengals. All right. So Cincinnati -1.
I don't even need to hear it. Give me the Eagles.
You're taking the Eagles. -7.5.
I don't want the Eagles.
No, I'm just kidding. Eagles -2.5 is what I have right now. I'm going to take KC. And I don't. I actually don't like that, but I think that might be what happens. And I'm going to take the Eagles -2.5. And in fact, I would say to alts bet that spread up to -6.5. Just saying. 4.5 is like even better. What?
You're talking about the Eagles still?
Yeah. I think that's it, man. So we might be coming back to an NFC champion team next time we have this podcast.
I'll be uncomfortable.
Or we're going to have one hell of a send-off episode, and I'm going to take the week off after that. Fuck that.
Yeah.
While you're in Hawaii, I'm not doing no podcast. If they fucking lose this game, my heart's going to be ripped the fuck out.
I just wish I did care.
Yeah. I wish I didn't. I always wish that I don't care when they lose.
Yeah.
But caring when they win is so fun, man. It's so fun.
Sports is just the best.
It's so fun. Eagles just win because it's just fun. It's fun to win.
We deserve it.
Also, guys, stop stealing CJ's car. Like, come on. What are we doing?
It could have been a Dallas Cowboys fan for all we know.
They got him on video.
Oh, you think he was wearing his Freddie Mitchell jersey?
Oh, that'd make it even worse.
What if it was Freddie Mitchell?
Down on his luck.
It was a Kia.
So what? Who cares what kind of car it was?
I mean, it's not like some car that anyone's chomping to get at the bit.
Well, I mean, as soon as he said he stole it, I knew it wasn't a fucking Bentley.
Oh, it could have been. I mean, that's
you can't just steal a Bentley.
Why not?
They should have just chopped his catalytic converter off.
They do it everywhere else.
All right, listen, go Birds. We're saying it again. We're getting the maximum home games possible. One more game at the Link Sunday at 3. Birds Niners.
I'm stressed.
Go Birds. Go Birds.
Dear Lord, hear our prayer. It's me. I'm the problem. It's me.
Let's go. Go Birds.
Go Birds.
Goodbye.